There's a saying that goes, "The spiritual journey is to unlearn fear and accept love." This profound statement by Marianne Williamson sets the tone for our exploration today. The spiritual journey is a path less traveled, one that involves unlearning the fears that have held us captive and accepting the power of love. This journey is not a destination, but rather a process of continual growth and transformation. It's a trek into the unknown, a voyage into the depths of our own souls where we encounter our true selves, stripped of the illusions and pretenses of the material world. As we embark on this journey, we often find ourselves standing at the edge of a precipice, staring into the abyss of uncertainty. It's a daunting scenario, but one that is rich with potential for personal growth and spiritual awakening. Take, for instance, the story of a young woman named Anna. Anna was a successful corporate lawyer, living a life that many would consider ideal. Yet she felt a void, an emptiness that no amount of success or material possessions could fill. She yearned for something more, a deeper understanding of her purpose in life. When she decided to step onto the spiritual path, she faced skepticism and concern from her friends and family. They questioned her decision, fearing that she was abandoning her successful career for a path of uncertainty. But Anna knew that this was a journey she had to undertake, a quest to find her true self and live a life of authenticity and purpose. Her story is not unique. Many of those who embark on a spiritual journey face similar doubts and concerns from their loved ones. It's a challenge that is at once intimidating and transformative. When embarking on this journey, the first step often involves facing the worries and doubts of those around us, a challenge that is as daunting as it is transformative. As we continue our exploration, we will delve deeper into the common struggles faced by spiritual individuals and discover how these challenges shape and strengthen the spiritual core. The next stage of the spiritual journey often brings with it a sense of isolation. This loneliness, though initially daunting, is a path many spiritual seekers must traverse. It is the lonely path, a trail less trodden, a silent walk through the wilderness of the self. Take, for instance, the story of a woman named Rachel. She began her spiritual journey with an open heart and mind, ready to embrace love and let go of fear. However, as she delved deeper into her spiritual practice, she found herself distancing from her friends and family. Their worries and skepticism about her new lifestyle were hard to bear. Rachel felt a growing solitude, a silence that was both unsettling and unfamiliar. Yet, in the quiet depth of her loneliness, Rachel discovered something profound. She found a connection to her spiritual self that was deeper and more intimate than any she'd ever known. Her solitude became a sanctuary, a sacred space where she could explore her innermost thoughts and feelings without judgment or interruption. Rachel's loneliness was no longer a prison, but a cocoon. In the silence, she found her voice. In the solitude, she found her strength. She began to see her loneliness not as a punishment, but as an invitation. An invitation to delve deeper, to explore further, to uncover the truths that lay within her own heart. This is the paradox of the lonely path. It is a journey that takes us away from the world, only to bring us closer to our true selves. It is a path that strips away our illusions and lays bare our authentic selves. It is a journey that is at once solitary and universal, personal and profound. Loneliness can be a harsh reality on this path, but it also serves as a powerful catalyst for self-discovery and spiritual connection. It is the crucible in which our spiritual selves are forged, the chrysalis from which we emerge transformed. It is the lonely path, but it is a path that leads us home. As we delve deeper into our spiritual journey, existential crises and self-doubt often arise. These are the moments when we question the very essence of our existence and the value of our journey. It's a daunting phase where the ground under our feet seems to shift, leaving us grappling with profound questions about life, purpose, and identity. Imagine a man named John. He embarked on his spiritual journey with an open heart and mind, eager to explore the depths of his soul. As he progressed, he started questioning the fabric of his existence. Why am I here? What's the purpose of my life? This existential crisis led to self-doubt, a feeling of being adrift in an ocean of uncertainty. Yet, amidst the turmoil, John found an opportunity. He realized that these existential questions weren't roadblocks, but signposts pointing him towards deeper self-understanding. He recognized that his doubts, fears, and questions were not signs of weakness, but indicators of growth. They were an invitation to dive deeper, to explore the uncharted territories of his soul, and to seek answers within himself. Through his existential crisis, John discovered that the spiritual journey isn't about finding definitive answers, but about learning to live with the questions. It's about embracing the uncertainty, the mystery, and the wonder of existence. It's about finding peace within the chaos, wisdom within the confusion, and strength within the vulnerability. John's story is just one of many. Every spiritual journey is unique, yet the existential crises and self-doubt we encounter are universal. They are the echoes of our deepest yearnings for understanding, the whispers of our soul seeking truth. And while they may seem daunting, these challenges are the very catalysts that propel us towards spiritual growth. So, when you find yourself questioning, doubting, and wondering, remember that these are not roadblocks, but stepping stones. Embrace them, learn from them, and let them guide you deeper into your spiritual journey. Existential crises and self-doubt, while challenging, can serve as stepping stones on our spiritual journey, strengthening our spiritual core and leading us towards greater understanding. The spiritual path is not one of clear-cut answers, but rather, it's a journey of continuous discovery. The absence of definitive answers on the spiritual path is an integral part of the journey, yet it can often be a source of frustration and confusion. We live in a world where we crave certainty, where we seek concrete answers. But the spiritual journey is not about arriving at a destination with all the answers in hand. Instead, it's about embracing the process of continuous exploration. Consider the story of a man named Samuel. Samuel was a logical thinker, a man of science who thrived on evidence and proof. But when he embarked on his spiritual journey, he found himself in uncharted waters. The lack of definitive answers left him exasperated. He struggled, wrestling with his need for concrete evidence and the elusive nature of spirituality. But then Samuel had a revelation. He realized that the absence of answers was not a hindrance, but an invitation. An invitation to delve deeper, to question more, and to open his heart to the vast expanse of the unknown. The uncertainty was not a barrier, but a catalyst for growth. It was the very fuel that propelled him forward on his spiritual journey. It was the mystery, the unanswered questions, that drew him in, encouraging him to explore his inner world and his connection to the universe. In embracing this uncertainty, Samuel found a liberating freedom. He discovered that the spiritual journey is not about finding answers, but about seeking them. It's about the process of exploration and the transformation that comes through it. It's about learning to live in the mystery, to find peace in the questions, and to grow through the exploration. And so we see that the absence of definitive answers on the spiritual path is not a stumbling block, but rather a stepping stone. It's an invitation to dive into the depths of our being, to explore the mysteries of life and the universe, and to grow spiritually through the process. The absence of definitive answers can be disconcerting, but it also allows for a journey of continuous discovery and growth. Despite the challenges, the spiritual journey is one of profound transformation and beauty. It's a journey that compels us to shed our old selves, to break down the walls of our comfort zones, and to emerge stronger, more enlightened, and more in tune with the universe. It's a journey that leads us to our authentic selves, to a deeper understanding of our existence, and to a heightened sense of peace and fulfillment. Looking back at what we've explored, we understand that the spiritual path is not meant to be easy. It's a road less traveled for a reason. It's the path of the brave, the seekers, the explorers of the soul. Dealing with concerns from loved ones about lifestyle changes, the loneliness that comes with walking this path, the existential crises that shake our very foundations, the self-doubt that creeps in, and the absence of definitive answers. These are all part of the journey. Yet, each challenge is a stepping stone, each obstacle a catalyst for growth. They shape us, mold us, and transform us into the spiritual warriors we are meant to be. They help us unlearn fear and accept love, as Marianne Williamson beautifully put it. Consider the story of a humble caterpillar. It lives a simple life until one day it wraps itself in a cocoon. Inside this cocoon, it undergoes a radical transformation. It breaks down, it rebuilds, it changes. It emerges as a butterfly, vibrant, beautiful, and free. This transformation is not without struggle, not without pain, but it's through this struggle, through this pain, that the butterfly is born. Our spiritual journey is much like this. We cocoon ourselves in introspection, self-discovery, and personal growth. We break down, we rebuild, we change, and in the end, we emerge stronger, wiser, and more spiritually aware. Every hurdle on this path is a disguised lesson, every challenge an opportunity for growth, making the spiritual journey a beautiful process of continuous transformation and discovery.